to you crying that they've been molested by a fellow Jehovah's Witness, don't sit them down in front of the guy who's molested them and ask them how many times they were touched, where they were touched, how did they feel when they were touched, to determine the degree of sin. It's not a sin, it's a crime. When Watchtower Bible and Tract Society tell you to first phone the legal department, we ask that you phone the police. They're the proper authorities, they know how to deal with child molesting. Not you janitors and window cleaners, putting on your big little suit and then being judge, jury and executioner. Well, for Jehovah, for Jesus, eh? Interrogating poor little children who've been molested by a fellow grown-up Jehovah's Witness, an elder, a servant, eh? And when that little child goes to the police, you make up some story that she's attacking a Jehovah's Witness and disfellowship her. It's wicked. These elders can't be trusted. Go on YouTube. The elders are watching my channel, YouTube. See what's happening. Jehovah's Witnesses, a member of the United Nations for 9 years. Bethelites being raped at Brooklyn. Yeah, factory overseers raping new Bethelites. Bethelites chucking themselves out of 6-story windows at Brooklyn. Yeah, all that molesting going on in Brooklyn, in God's house. Eh? Covering up all this child molesting and raping of new Bethelites. Young Bethelites, they send them off to the house of God and they get raped by factory overseers and governing body members, rapists, in God's house. How is that? How can you be joining yourself to such an organisation? Jesus didn't need an organisation. When the young man asked him, Jesus, what am I to do to inherit the kingdom? Go off and sell all your money and give it to the poor. Yeah, your governing body aren't saying that, are they? No, they say give it to them. Jehovah sits up there and he's short of cash. He's got no money. He made all the heavens and the earth and all the gold and silver belongs to him. But he sits up there sulking because he hasn't got money. He hasn't got cash. Poor Jehovah, please bring more cash. Jehovah needs the cash. He needs to build up an empire on earth in this wicked system. Yeah, no part of the world. We're to be no part of the world. Yeah, printing books and publishing and burying all the poison, eh? At Brooklyn Farms, burying poison, eh? Yeah. Your new Watchtower world headquarters is built on a rubbish dump. Watchtower Bible and Tract Society bought it on the cheap and sent volunteers in to excavate it. They're all getting poisoned now by all these hidden chemicals. Watchtower Bible and Tract Society don't care. All they care about is the money. There's more going out than there is coming in. We please need more money. They're going to be selling your kingdom all soon. If they're so short of money and they need all these kingdom halls, why are they shutting down all the branch offices in Europe? Eh? Where's all that money going? If they've sold Brooklyn for $1 billion and bought Warwick for 12 million, where's all the money? I'll tell you where it's gone. Bad investments in the futures market. Watchtower Bible and Tract Society have built up a mass empire. Jehovah's Witnesses are paying out millions in the court for having allowed little children to be molested. When little children go to the elders and say they've been molested, they sit the little child down in front of the guy who's molested her and ask her how many times she was touched and where she was touched. How did it feel when she was touched? To determine the degree of sin, because they consider it to be a sin and not a crime. They do not phone the police. Jehovah's Witnesses are paying out millions in the courts so as to settle out a court so as you don't get to read about it. All you get to hear is, please give us more money. We need more kingdom halls. Yeah, they need kingdom halls, alright. They need the money to pay for all these fines for having allowed elders covering up child molesting. And all this raping going on in Bethel, in Jehovah's house. Young Bethelites getting raped by factory overseers and governing body members. Little children being raped by governing body members. Children of translators left to roam around in the grounds. Gets picked up and groomed by a governing body member and raped a little boy. It's wicked. If Brother Morris feels so bad about all this raping of children going on, why doesn't he tell the branch committees to go along with the police and help the police? And his brother who kicks all the boards, like Jesus, kicks all the boards all over the place. That's what he thinks about child protection and child protection policies. He kicks them all over the floor, being like Jesus. Yeah, like Jesus, weren't you, mate? Kicking all those boards. Make you feel good, did it? Is that how you feel about child protection policies? You got no heart, mate. Don't you feel for those little children when they're crying in front of you elders? What do, mate? Turn your back on them, eh? You block your ears up, so you're working for Jehovah to keep the congregation clean, eh? Make that little child sit there opposite the guy who's molested her, eh? Is that what you do? Then you ask her how many times she was touched and where she was touched, eh? Yeah, please keep giving us more money, because there's more money going out than there is coming in. Yeah. There's more money going out because they're having to pay for all this compensation for allowing little children's lives to be ruined by elders and governing body members raping little children. Bethelites getting raped at God's house by factory overseers. Bethelites chucking themselves out the 6th floor window. Yeah. Governing body members raping little children. Or translators working hard for Jehovah in the translation department, and their little kiddie left to play in the gardens gets raped by a governing body member. And what do? They gave him a golden handshake and retired him to California. Green his name is. Look it up on the internet, Wikipedia, Google it. Jehovah's Witnesses and sex scandals. Jehovah's Witnesses and child molesting. Mark and Cora. Kim and Mike. Check out the YouTube channels. Governing body members are watching them. Stop all this child molesting and covering up child molesting, you elders. When little children come crying to you that have been molested, when little children are crying that have been molested by a fellow Jehovah's Witness, don't torture that little child making them sit down in front of the guy who's molested them. Phone the police. The police are the experts, not you window cleaners and janitors. You protect your children. You protect your loads of children of being molested. Jehovah's Witnesses elders hide child molesters within their organisation. They secretly send them from one congregation to another so they can molest other children. Ask Chris Ainsley. He's dealt with all the papers, sending them on. Yeah, they're all going to be held accountable, these elders, for having covered up child molesting. They're one day going to have to pay the price. They'll be in court again, asking questions, being asked questions, and hopefully find themselves in prison for having allowed little children's lives to be ruined. Stop it. Phone the police. Leave it in the hands of the police. They're the experts. Stop allowing these children to be molested. You elders' wives, get on to your husbands. Tell them to stop interfering with these poor little children. Stop disfellowshipping young children. Forcing young children to commit suicide. To go into deep depression. Stop it. Stop disfellowshipping these young children. They can't go to mummy and daddy or auntie and uncle for advice. They end up going into severe depression and some commit suicide. Stop it. I'll be back on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, is it? See you then. Don't forget, Radio 4 on the 16th of July, next Thursday, 8 o'clock, BBC Radio 4, Jehovah's Witnesses being exposed for having allowed little children's lives to be ruined by child molesters. Jehovah's Witnesses. Good night, enjoy the meeting. Stop all this child molesting. We're fed up with Jehovah's Witnesses sending out child molesters to try to get the children of Folkestone. We're fed up with Jehovah's Witnesses hiding child molesters. Jehovah's Witnesses, please phone the police in cases of child molesting. Please. Stop ruining these little children's lives. See it on YouTube, lads. Smile for YouTube.